your United Way is going to be working towards advancing the common good. And what I mean by that, we're going to be focusing our efforts on education, a stable income, and health. Education leads to a stable income. It's very important to have that in order to have a stable income. And if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. Education, the very first focus area we're going to direct our efforts, is critical. And where do you start with education? At birth. Children learn from birth. They don't just begin learning when they reach kindergarten. They start earlier than that. They start at birth.
If we show an interest in a child, if the community shows an interest in a child forever, that child will always feel that they are important. They will always feel like they have a place. And I think that feeds over into lower violence, higher income, you name it, higher education. If we give somebody a good start, then it will come back tenfold for us.
I think by focusing on the education, the income, and health, we're focusing on a much more proactive approach, and that's going to help our community become self-sufficient. Versus having a Band-Aid approach to it, we're all about focusing on lasting change. I think United Way is more than a fundraiser. It's a way of life, and it's a choice, really an opportunity for each one of us to decide if we want to be a part of helping to grow our community. And obviously, the money is important. We still have to have the money to make the programs work. However, it needs to go beyond that.
You have opportunities to give, like we always have, through our donors contributing dollars to our efforts, to advocate, to be a spokesperson for United Way. Get out and help us tell our message, help us tell what we're all about. And then to be a volunteer. There are numerous opportunities in the community where you can volunteer through United Way. And that's the new focus.
Volunteerism to me is vital in the community. None of us are an island, and we all need each other. Some in different places, different times, different ways, but we grow by helping each other. I met Jaron when he was 11 years old, and when we were matched, the one thing he wanted to do was play golf. We went bowling, we did different things. He wanted to play golf. Every Saturday morning we'd go play golf, and he kept getting a little better and had probably one of the sweetest natural swings I'd ever seen. As a matter of fact, just a few weeks ago, he was in the state high school golf tournament, and after the first round, was second in the state with a 70, which was amazing. And the second day, some other folks kind of overtook him. He ended up 11th, but still, 11th in the state is not a bad place to end up, especially learning from a duffer like me. But he just last week graduated high school and is looking to go on to college and hopefully be on the college golf team. So real proud of who he's become. There's so many organizations out there. I got with Big Brothers Big Sisters, and what I'm seeing now is right now there are literally hundreds of young men in this county that don't have a male influence. That just what they need is somebody to show them what it means to be a man. And those sort of things, the way that I look at it, I can't change the world, but hopefully I can look back and say that there's one person that I really made a difference in their life. My name is Paul Jackson, and I live united.
I've always given to the United Way, but up until several years ago, I didn't really have as good of an understanding of what United Way was all about. And I knew it was a good thing, but I just wasn't sure of how good of a thing it was. And several years ago, I had the opportunity to participate in a campaign and had the opportunity to meet some of the lives, some of the people that were affected by programs for the positive from the United Way. And it really opened my eyes to what United Way is really all about. I was involved in a mentor program with the 4th grade class, and one of the days we gave out new books to the class. And there was a little girl who came up to me a few minutes after and said, kind of tugged on my sleeve and then gave me a hug and said, this is the first book I've ever owned. Thank you. And it really hit me between the eyes, because that's something that I think I've taken for granted, that, you know, I assumed everybody had books to read when they were children and had books that their parents could read to them as they were children. And it really hit me between the eyes that there's a real need there. And, you know, I've heard several people, maybe the sentiment that what happens outside of my house or outside of my scope is really not my responsibility. And I would say forget about responsibility, that it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to be a part of lasting change in your community. My name is Sean Johnson, and I live united.
Every day, people are creating opportunities for everyone by focusing on the building blocks of a good life: education, income, and health. And by reaching out a hand to one, they are influencing the condition of all. That's what it means to live united. And you too can live united. You can volunteer. You can be a champion and a voice for creating lasting change. And you can invest in our community by giving to United Way. However you give, you can inspire hope and create opportunities for a better tomorrow. We invite you to join us and live united.